Hello, everyone. So I chose to make my final the period pouch, a simple resource for young girls who may be in need of support or encouragement regarding their period, their first time getting their period. So let's get into it. So my personal experience coming at this, I got my first period when I was in seventh grade on like a school field trip for like our middle school like leadership club or whatever. Um, I didn't notice it till I got home, but when I did, I was like genuinely terrified. I was not ready. My mom had like told me stuff that I was gonna get it, but I did not know what that would actually look like or what would actually happen or what I would actually see. Overall, it was just very nerve-wracking and very unpleasant, and I remember it like very clearly. Some other background going into this presentation, I picked my theme based on the safe space training, excuse me. I feel like the impact of community and acceptance was very prevalent in that training. So I feel like translating that into the school setting, especially like an elementary setting, would be really interesting. There are a lot of taboos still around menstruation and periods, especially among young girls getting them for the first time. Like I remember all like the whispering and like chit-chatting about like, oh, I got your period. Did you get your period? It was just seen as very like secretive and something you're not supposed to talk about. But in my philosophy, I believe that no student's education or experience getting an education should be hindered just simply because of their anatomy or their lack of access to products. Um, School age girls specifically already face so much bullying, insecurity, stigma, scrutiny at that time in their lives. So I thought, how can I make this time that they're going through a little less scary? So looking at the numbers, 75% of teens agree that there is a negative association to periods, that they're gross or unsanitary. I definitely remember this from middle and high school, hearing boys or even other girls talk about how gross they are and how nasty it is, and just being like absolutely shocked even back then. 59% of teens feel personally affected by that negative association, which again, I totally remember. A lot of my friends totally remember. And 86% of teenagers agree that lack of access to period products is a critical issue people face. And all of these pie charts are corresponding to those bullet points. So, in response, this is the period pouch. Taking a look at what's inside. There's the canvas bag that everything comes inside in, just completely plain, very discreet, nothing on the outside. I did add some crayons in there. They do work on the canvas, in case any girls wanted to like decorate their bag or just draw or doodle on it. Totally optional. Of course, there's period products in there. There's liners and also pads. Um, I included chocolate, Werther's, a fidget toy, some stickers if they want to decorate other stuff, and hair clips. And then the zine is included, or zine. Zine is included there as well, which we'll get into explaining that in a second. Talking about accessibility going along with the period pouch, though, I only included sanitary products that I consider to be easy to use for someone the first time getting their period. I remember when I first heard about like tampons, I was terrified. So I only included pads. I included, like you saw a second ago, those non-edible treats along with the candies for anyone who may not be able to have sugar or enjoy sugar for any reason, even if they just don't like it. And it's more fun to have more stuff. And I also in the zine included English and Spanish just for a wider reach. So getting into the pages of the zine itself, these ones here, the cover and the back, and a few of the middle pages focus on encouragement. Um, at that age, there's a lot of uncertainty, and students require a lot of reassurance that they're normal and they're not alien. A lot of people I talked to said their first time getting their period, they felt very alienated from peers who either haven't gotten it yet, or if they had a lot of friends who were male, like it just felt very alienating. So having that reassurance of like what is normal, what can you do, even like just encouraging words like on the back cover there, that comfort is such a necessity. I also have a little bit of instructions on how to use a pad in there. a lot of pads like come with instructions on the wrapper, but they can be really hard to read or misprinted or like the pictures that come along like aren't helpful or are unclear. So I made my own here in color. Like I said, it's in English as well as in Spanish. The graphics are very simple and straightforward, as well as the language I used is also very simple and straightforward, just so that anyone reading or using this or needing this can just understand it as straightforwardly as possible. And then I also included a, excuse me, page of resources in the back of the zine as well for girls and families who may not have access to just buying period products. I included both national and local resources. Of course, depending on where I was teaching, the local resource would change, but this one is local for me. Um, 211, you can dial anytime, anywhere, and they can get you connected to resources. And the YWCA near me in Allentown, they provide a lot of free period and otherwise hygiene products. So that is the zine, specifically a summary of that. And that finishes my presentation. That was my period pouch. Yeah, I had a great semester with everyone, and I hope everyone's finals go well. And yeah, bye.